Okay, Bhavana, I can share the screen. Okay, just go and check. Okay, go to that path. Okay, now you got this calendar var. Okay, copy this path and then deploy this calendar.var. Go to the Tomcat. Left side, left side. Where is the Tomcat you have opened already? Left side you are open, no? Apache Tomcat. If you open, this is a binary, you can't understand anything. Okay, you have to deploy to Tomcat, then only you'll come to know. Okay, just go back. Wait. Click on that, go back. See now again deploy. See, there are only 4 things left side path application slash and example docs and then manage. Now we'll deploy this calendar var and that will also appear in the left side. Okay, just go up, go down, var file to deploy. Choose the file. Go to download. Hit deploy. Now see you got that calendar.var. Okay, click on this. See, this is some Persian calendar they have developed. Okay. But when you just open that var file, it is a binary. You can't understand anything. When you deploy to the Tomcat web application server, web server, so you can able to see this. Okay. So this is the deployment part. Okay. Fine. So now go back. So now whenever you deploy it, you can able to see that application which you have opened, right? See, now this is the process actually. First, source code management, do the development, and then do the build, and then do the deployment. Okay, got it? Okay. So now, so what exactly happening here? Where this war file is going to deploy, which is the folder structure, if anything goes wrong, where I can see. Okay, all these things you need to check. Okay, the first thing is go to the services. Okay, go to service, search, type is there, no? Type here to search. Go down and search. Leave this. In your system, down. Type here to search. Okay, just say services.msc. Services. Click on that services, system services. Minimize this, okay? Minimize this entire thing. I don't want this. See, when you click on the services, it is going to show what are the services available here. You just click on that services window. This is background, it is going to run. Okay, leave it, open this. See here, there is a service which is going to run on this server. Okay, you have installed the Tomcat here. Okay, see there is Apache Tomcat 9.0 running. This service is running here. Okay, so if anything your application is not coming up of anything, first thing you need to see is you have to check this service. Okay, After deployment, sometimes what happens due to that deployment part, sometimes this service may go down. Okay. So right click on this service, just stop this service. See, now your server is not running. Tomcat, Apache Tomcat is not running now. Okay. Now go to the browser and refresh the page and see. See, the site can't be reached. Okay. That calendar bar also, just refresh. Right side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಂಡೋ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. Okay. See, entire Tomcat server is down, so your application is not coming up. So first thing you need to check whether my Tomcat service is coming on up and running or not. Okay. So if you see this, the site can't be reached. This is the first thing you need to check. So now go to the services, start the service. Okay. See, now you just click on any one of that. Okay. So check calendar.var also. Okay. So this is how you can see your application. Okay. So the first thing you need to check whether that service is running or not. This is one of the troubleshooting part. Okay. After this, what are the other things you can see? So where exactly this deployment is done? Okay. Which is the software, where this path exists, all this. Now, this is the one part of troubleshooting. First, you need to check whether service is up and running or not. Okay. Now service is running fine. So now where is the other part where you can troubleshoot? Okay. Minimize this. Go to the path where it is installed. C colon C colon program files. And then, okay, look for program files. Inside this Apache Software Foundation. See, Tomcat is there. Just go inside this. See, now these are the folder structure where you can find in Tomcat. These are all very important now. Okay. So where exactly this web, okay, like WAR file is deployed. There is something called web app folder. Click on this web app folder. See, there is a ant example var and then calendar.var. So see, these are the two files which you have created. So once you deploy this, okay, var file and then calendar, so it will explore your var file. After deploying, it will create a two folders like ant example, whatever calendar.var. Whatever var file you are given, once you deploy to the Tomcat, it will explore this var file and it will create a folder like this. In ant example, if you go inside that and see what is there inside that, see there are something JSP, WebINF, MetaINF. Go inside this WebINF. There is some file. Okay, just go back. See, there are some JSPs, classes. Click on classes. Go inside this. Go inside this. See, go inside this. See, I told the WAR file is a combination of it consists of jar files, class files, and after class files, it consists of even jar, and after that, it is bundled as a WAR file, right? See, to see it is a single WAR file. When you deploy it to the Tomcat web application server, then if you go and see in web apps folder, after deploying WAR file, this will be created, okay, these folders. I know WAR file is a combination of these things, okay, dot class file. See, after doing the build, you got this dot class files, right? After packaging, you'll get a WAR file. But WAR file consists of all these things actually. Just go back. You know all these class files are present, right? So there are 4 Java files and 4 class files are created. Then I bundle this as a single WAR file. Okay, go back. JSP is there. Okay, click on the JSP. So this is a JSP file, and then see lib. In that you will be having a jar files also. See, there are so many jar files. So all these things bundled as a single file called, yeah, servlet is there, HTML is there. Okay. So now go back to web app. See, after deploying a single ant example WAR file, you got all these things. Okay. Now, if you want calendar also, you can check. See, you deployed a WAR file, calendar, but those things consist of all these things. See, JSP is there. Okay, go inside this. Okay, some meta file, JSP again, something classes. See, dot class file. See, you deploy only WAR file, right? But you have in that single WAR file, so many things are there. Go back. After deploying only, you'll come to know what are the contents of this WAR file. Okay. And application can be accessed on the Tomcat server. See, so many jar files also there. Clear? So once you do the package, you'll get a WAR file. That WAR file consists of your jar and then other components of Java, okay, including JSP, servlets, HTML, all these things is a bundle of your WAR file, right? Bundled into a single file called WAR file. See, you downloaded a WAR file, right? And then deploy it on the Tomcat. So many things you're able to see it here. Okay. So now this is fine. So this is a structure. Remember, in a Tomcat, where you're going to deploy the WAR file, it is in a folder called web apps. Okay. Now go back to Tomcat. See, there are other folders also. There is something called logs. Go to this logs. There is a some file name Catalina dot today's date. First file Catalina dot today's date. Okay. So open this file. See, the log entry is present here. Whatever you're going to do, everything will be tracked here. So you can check the logs here. See, okay, just scroll down. So here everything is going to be mentioned. Now what I'll do is I will undeploy this calendar.var and then we'll come and see in the log. You can able to find that logs. Okay. Close this log. So just go and undeploy it graphically. Go to Tomcat. Go to Tomcat. Go back. There is calendar.var. Okay. Just say undeploy option right side. See, now you are not able to see this calendar.var. Okay. Refresh this page. Okay. So no calendar.var is present here. Correct. So now go to the log file and check. Come down. See, undeploying calendar.var. So whatever you do, everything will be logged here. This is a log file. This is a very important file. Catalina, before it was just like a Catalina dot output. So now they have changed the name of this file as Catalina dot today's date and okay, year, all this things. Okay, close this. See, now go to the, okay, go back, go to the web app folder and see there only, there only. No. See, once you undeploy, that var file is also gone and whatever the folder structure it was there, that is also gone. So if you undeploy there, it will go from here also. So manually, if you want to check, you can delete it from here also. Okay. Do one thing, remove the ant example file folder. Yeah. And then ant example var also. See, again it comes actually because that service is going to run now. When you delete this, okay, that service, Tomcat service, again, it explores this var file and it creates that folder structure. But do one thing, first delete the var file. If this var file present here again and again, it will, the service will explore this var file. Now delete ant example. Sometimes if anything happens in, okay, Tomcat graphically, if you are not able to restart the service or if you are not able to see the application or if you want to clearly delete the application, then you have to come here and then you have to clean up. Okay, now it is uninstalled. Okay, and deploy. Now go to the Tomcat web page. See, just refresh here. See, wait, ant example is able to see now. Refresh this and see what up. See, now ant example is also not there. Okay. Now do one thing, just copy this ant example var to that web app folder. So here, graphically, you can do the deployment like this. You can go to that and then you can search that, and then you can do it. And now instead of doing from there, if you want to directly deploy here, so you should know this path and you should have the access, everything. So normal users won't be having access here, okay? So open that, there you open my drive folder. Just copy this var file. Okay. Before pasting this, go and check the logs, okay? Logs, sorry. See, undeploying ant example ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Okay. So now you undeployed. So now go and copy that war file and paste it over in web apps folder. Okay. See, now you have deployed this. Now, see, after deploying automatically, this war file is explored and then that folder structure is created. Now go to the browser and refresh the page and see. Okay, just click on that as example. Okay, now go to the logs and check. Scroll down. See, war file deployment is done. Okay, so this is a very important file. Each and every activity what you're going to do it in Tomcat, you can able to see this in the log file. Okay, by seeing this, you will come to know what is the problem. Based on that, you can troubleshoot the issue. Okay, close this. So they'll ask, okay, where you're going to troubleshoot. So the logs will be stored in a folder called logs folder. Inside that, Catalina dot the date of the day. Okay, Catalina dot date. Okay, this file you can check. Okay, next go back Apache Software Foundation for Tomcat folder. Okay, these two folders are important, web apps and then logs. Okay, temporary means temporary files will be stored there. Work is okay, and then important thing is conf. Go to conf folder. This is one more important. So whatever configuration we're going to do, all this configuration will be stored in this conf folder. There are two important files. Okay, one is server.xml and another one is Tomcat user.xml. Okay, these two files are very important. Okay, click on this Tomcat server.xml. Okay, this is your XML file which consists of some information here. Okay, here the important thing is we need to check the server port. Okay, just scroll down. There is something called connector port. Okay, just scroll down. See here, wait, connector port 8080. So while installing this, we are given this port number 8080 by default. If you don't want this and I want to change this, okay, then you can change this port number so that it is going to run on a different port. Okay, this is a one important thing which you are going to change it. Okay, close this. Okay, these are all the configuration files. See conf folder. Okay, now what I'll do, just go to the browser, go back, see where it is running this application. Go back, which is the port number localhost 8080. Okay, now I'll change this port number in the configuration file and then let us see. Okay, go to that file, open with Notepad. Edit with Node++. Okay, search for connector port 8080 there. Change this to 8085. Okay, save this command. Okay, so this is a configuration file. See, now it is showing some access denied or something. Okay, so now Change this port 8085 to it. Remove that entire thing. Just give localhost colon 8085. Remove other part. See, so now the site cannot be reached because whatever changes you have done, it's a configuration file. Okay. So if it want to reflect on your site, then you have to restart the service. Okay, go to the service. Whatever changes you do to the configuration, you have to restart this service. Now go and check the browser. Now you are able to click on manager app. Give the username, Tom Medium. Okay. So now it is running on 8085. So this is a very important file where you are going to change the port. They will ask, okay, by default, Tomcat is going to run on 8080. But if I want to change the port after installation, so before installation, if you want, it will show that option. You can change that 8080 to 8085. But after installation, if you want to change the port, then this is the file where you can look for the port number. Okay. Clear? Server.xml. Okay. The next, see, now I want to change the username and password. See, Tom Idiom I given. Okay. Where exactly this information will be stored? There is something called Tomcat user.xml. Open this file. Okay, there is some information about your username password. See that exactly the Tom Idiom will be there. Just go up. See, this is your username, Tom Idiom, and then Tom Idiom. So you can change this username password here. And then again you have to restart the service. So just change this username password. You give Tomcat instead of user one. Okay, save this. Okay, I'll save this, close this, and then restart the service. If you're not restarting, okay, that changes whatever done for the configuration file, it won't affect. Okay. Now restart the service. Now it will ask for username. Just give Tom Idiom and Tom Idiom just right. It won't work. Now give Tomcat and Tomcat. Okay. So now this is the configuration file. Okay. This is a very important thing. See, now you are able to change this username password. Okay. So once what happened now, one of my students joined to the company. Okay. And he has raised the request for this Tomcat. Okay. To get an access for Tomcat. He's joined there and okay. See how much time it will take to create a user here? Just a minute, right? Within 1 minute, you will create the user and then you will restart the service. Then if you log in, so that username password is working. Okay. So like this, as an admin, you are going to create this username password. Okay. Now I want to create one more user. So this is for administration purpose. Okay. If I want to create one more user, you have to add one more line below that and then give another username and password. Okay. So that you can log in with that username password. See, after joining, he has raised the request to create a user for accessing this Tomcat. We know that it takes only 1 minute. Okay. So in company, there will be a process. You have to raise the request and then it goes to the approval. And then they will, you got the approval mail also to create this user. But say that, okay, it will take 1 day and next day you can access. Okay, next day he went to the office and then he was seeing that it was not okay, so he's not able to access this Tomcat. Still username password is not shared. So second day is over, third day is over, fourth day is over, 1 week over, and he was not getting this username password. And you know, right? So he's one of my students. So he also joined with fake experience all this. Okay. So he was a little bit worried. Why they are not creating this username password? He gave a call. Sir, something is happening and they're not created this username password. I told just wait for some more time. So every day he used to give a call. I told you have to wait until you get a mail saying that it is created. He was asking, sir, this is a 1 minute work. No, so why they are taking this much time? Okay. So there will be a process. You have to wait. Okay. See here, what is the thing here is if you understand the concept, then you won't get any tense. Okay. I told him then, see, here I have only 1, 2 WAR files, okay, and example or something like that. So you can start and restart the service. Okay, it will take some time and it will come up. See, in real scenario, you may be deployed 1,000 lakhs together of WAR files. Okay, you can't just restart the service. Just know what we are doing. No, you can't do like this. And moreover, nobody will be having an access for this. Only an admin as a DevOps engineer, I will be having a permission for this. So to restart the service, first of all, you have to get an approval. So you have to contact the higher management and then you have to check when I have to restart this service because so many applications are running. If you stop the service, gone case, you know, right? The site cannot be reached, you'll get. So here only one WAR file, fine. If there are so many dependencies are there, so many applications are running, if you stop this service, everything will go off and everybody start complaining you. This application is not working. And again, if you restart the service, it will take a time to come up one by one. It will start one by one by one by one, right? This server Warfight services. And it will take a lot of time to come up all the services, maybe 1,000 service. Then it will take 1 minute also means it will take a lot of time to come up, right? So that is the reason. So we are not directly going and creating the username. Creating is fine, but you can't restart the service until unless you get a approval and downtime. So normally we do this restart of this Tomcat servers in the weekend. If there is nobody is accessing this, then we will restart this. Okay. So that was the reason they are not creating this user. Okay. Even though it is a very small work and then it is less time consuming also, but they took 15 days or 1 month to create this user. Okay. So how means because we'll be having a planned downtime. Okay. So this weekend we are going to take a downtime and then we'll down this Tomcat server. We'll stop this and then we'll add whatever configuration changes is required. So username, password, I'll change, port, I'll change whatever I want. I will change that and then again I'll start the service. So it will take a time. Monday you'll be able to access your application with that username password. So that was the reason they are delaying, not any other thing. But this person who is joined, so because he is little bit worried of why they are not giving in access. Okay, we know it is going to take less time, but why they are not going to provide this? So this is the reason. Okay, to stop and restart, to stop and start the service. you require a lot of approval, and then only we'll stop this and then do the modification to the configuration file and then restart the service. So go to that conf folder, whatever the changes we are going to do it for configuration files, it requires a restart. Okay. So without restart, this is not going to affect. Okay. Go back. Go back. Tomcat folder. So this is the important folder present inside this Tomcat. After installation, you can see this. Okay. So for a normal user, they won't be having an access to this folder structure. Okay. Only as an admin, DevOps, you will be having these permissions. You know how it works, where you have installed all these things. Okay. Binaries and libraries folder, it is just related to some of the binaries which is required for this Tomcat application servers to configure. Okay. If you click on lib, you can find some jar files. Go and see lib. See, there are so many jar files, executable jar. So to create this Tomcat see, so many jar files are there. To install this Tomcat, you require all these things. Okay, go back and see. These are the libraries, and they have bin also. You can find out some binaries. Yes, see, and these are Windows batch script. So